Good morning, children. Continuing with the chapter Resource and Development, today we'll study land as a resource. Land is a resource of finite magnitude. This means we cannot increase an inch of area of our geographical area. Land is put to various economic use, like it supports natural vegetation, forest, wildlife, transport, communication, etc. Land in India is classified into various relief features. We have mountains, plains, plateaus, islands. So if we see the land under various relief features, we can see land in plain is 43%, land in plateau is 27%, land is in mountain is 30%. What is the economic importance of plains? You are well aware about it. It is fertile, it is good for agriculture, good for industry, densely populated. Plateau is rich in minerals, good for mining. Then mountains, it is a source of water because many rivers originate from the mountains. Then let us study how the land is utilized in our country. Land is put to various uses in our country. First is under forest. Second is land which is not available for cultivation. Here barren and waste land, land put to non-agricultural use like construction of building, roads, factories. Then third is other uncultivated land excluding the fallow land. Here the permanent pastures or grazing land. Then land under miscellaneous tree and groves. Then cultivable waste land left uncultivated for more than 5 years. Then the fourth category is the fallow land. Fallow lands are the land which are kept fallow by the farmers for regaining the fertility of soil. It is kept for a year and sometimes it is kept for 1 to 5 years. Here the condition may be the farmer is not having that much money to bring the land under cultivation, or sometimes the land may be of poor quality. Then net sown, last is the net sown area, fifth. Net sown area is the area sown once in a year. And gross cropped area is net sown area plus the area sown more than once in a year. We call it as gross cropped area. So let us do a comparative study of land use. You can see the two pie charts given in your textbook on page number 6. You can see this pie chart. Here a comparative study is done of 1960-61 and 2008-9. The comparative study of land use is done. You can see the net sown area here and the net sown area. So let me tell you, the various colors are given. You can open your textbook and just see. So I'll tell you the comparative study of land use. Net sown area in 60-61 was approximately 45.2 and in 2008 and 9 it increased to 46.24. Forest 18.11, in 2008-9 22.78. Barren and unculturable wasteland, which is shown in yellow color in your book, 12, and here it is 8. Permanent pastures and grazing land 4.71 and here it is 3.38. Now you just reason out what may be the reason for this increase or decrease. So net sown area which has increased from 45 to 46%, maybe the unculturable wasteland may have been brought under cultivation by reviving. Forest land which has increased The reason may be because of the various Van Mahotsav afforestation program done by the government of India. Barren and unculturable wasteland decreased. Maybe it has been used for non-agricultural use, like construction of houses, buildings, etc. Permanent pasture has decreased from 4.71 to 3.38. Now you can see the effect. The cost of the milk is rising because our people who are doing animal husbandry or who are having livestock, they have to buy the fodder. So that is why the cost of milk is increasing. Net sown area in Punjab and Haryana is nearly 80% because of the green revolution which had taken place. They had cut down the forest and brought the maximum area under net sown area. Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur and Andaman Nicobar, here the net sown area is less than 10%. If you see, the desired forest area should be 33%, but it is nearly approximately 22%. Here again it is a matter of great concern. Wastelands are the rocky area, the desert area, arid areas, unculturable areas. If the land is put to continuous use without proper conservation measure, it results into land degradation. So in India, there are nearly 130 million hectares of degraded land. So like for example, approximately 56% is water eroded areas, 28% is forest degraded land, 10% is saline and alkaline land, 6% is wind eroded areas. So land as it is a finite resource and very important resource, because you get all your basic needs like water, clothes, house, food from land. So it is a very important resource. Now when we talk about the degraded land, there are various reasons for land degradation, like mining, overgrazing, over irrigation. These are some of the reasons for land degradation. Here many a time a question is asked in the board exam that explain how the land is degraded by mining, over irrigation, overgrazing. So if you see Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Jharkhand, here minerals are found and mining is done. So after mining, there are big scars on the land and the land cannot be used for any other purpose. If you see Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, here overgrazing is a big problem, and because of this again the green cover of the land is removed and it becomes a degraded land. Punjab and Haryana, over irrigation is a big problem which causes waterlogging, and salinity and alkalinity of the soil of the land increases. Then there are some industries like cement industry, ceramic industry, soap industry. A lot of dust settles on the land and it does not allow water to infiltrate in the land. Many industries do not control the effluents which come out from their industry. So this again causes land degradation. Then what are the ways to reduce land degradation? So here afforestation and proper management of grazing land, planting of shelter belts, stabilization of sand dunes by planting thorny bushes, proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents and wastes after treatment, can reduce land and water degradation in industrial areas. These are some of the ways to reduce land degradation. So children, here we complete land as a resource, and the various questions which you can complete in your notebooks are what are the economic use of land, how is land utilized in India, how does mining or overgrazing, over irrigation causes land degradation, what are the ways to reclaim the degraded lands. These are some of the questions. Better solve it till my next class, and my next class will be on soil as a resource. Thank you.